Welcome back to Live Out Loud with Us. I'm Tracy. This is Marina. We are filming episode 6, girl.
And what are we talking about this week? Something that has come up repeatedly for me, Tracy, is abundance mindset. Does the majority of people, are they abundance mindset or do they operate from a scarcity mindset?
I'm looking forward to talking about this. I have a lot of questions.
Okay, good. I
Okay.
have a lot of answers, I hope.
Okay, next. And what else are we talking about?
Restaurant etiquette. This is actually, to me, like, I really want to hear your take on it. So, restaurant etiquette. And then, of course, our favorite finds. With Christmas coming right around the corner before we know it, we are going to compile a whole bunch of lists for teenagers, hard to buy guy, moms, you name it, gadget guy, gadget person in your life. We're going to create a list. So,
I
that's
love it.
exciting. And we're going to share a few of those today.
I love it. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so we're starting with.
Abundance mindset,
Okay,
because
let's do
you
it.
and I feel, are both of the camp of abundance mindset. And for those of you that don't know what abundance mindset is, it's that you operate from a place of abundance, that there's enough for everyone. So, not the scarcity that you need to hold things for yourself, but that there will be enough for everyone. And I see this, Tracy, mostly I see it a lot in parenting. So
Okay.
people holding back information so that their children are better positioned. And it makes me crazy, literally crazy.
So
It's
give me
really
an example. Like, can you give an example of how a parent or a friend or somebody would be like holding back information to benefit how? Like what? Like instead of sharing, correct? Like instead of
right.
sharing a story, they're not letting you know a detail that could help somebody. Is that what it is?
That's, yeah, definitely. That's part of it. So I learned in middle school, so we have 3 kids. I had no idea that all the other kids were doing tutoring for math, right? Like I just figured
Okay.
we went to a private school, that's good enough. And then slowly, oh yeah, my kid's doing tutoring. Oh, who do you use? And there wasn't a flow of information, or more so like the transparency. I think that's where I really get like, our whole podcast is about living out loud, right? Like, sharing, caring, that rhymed, but didn't mean it to. But just, being transparent, right? Like, just
Mhm.
be
Being
forthcoming with,
helpful. Yeah, being helpful, being kind.
and that there's enough for everyone, right? Like,
Yeah.
so I feel like parents are often trying to jockey for their kids to be in a better position. At this time we were in middle school, or I don't know what the psychology I believe comes, from when childhood, right? Like not having enough of something, or the belief systems of our parents. Um, so it to me, I operate from an abundance mindset. I like to share information, with helpful finds, our favorite finds, right? Like
Yeah.
if we all have something that we love, why not share it?
Well, it's also in your work and my work. People are asking, where can we find this? Where can I get not a deal, but what's the best in the city? Where do I find this new flooring, where do I find a cleaner? Where do I find a good, painter? Like, those trades too, to be able to share that with people. Or going back to your school, where to find a tutor? Where do we get the best sports
No,
equipment? Or, yeah. Okay.
just making like, so, for me, it's really important that I surround myself with people that are transparent, that want for the greater good. And so I just like challenge people, like, are you of the abundance mindset? Like, are you willing to share your resources, or how you got somewhere, or how you did something? Like just the other day, yesterday, in fact, a lady messaged me about tile. She saw one of my designs and was asking, where do I source this? Where do I buy it? And I just told her, like, this is the website. These are the tile.
Yeah.
Have at it. She's in another state. Like, I don't, even if
There's
she was
enough to go
local,
around. There's
there's
enough to
enough
go
to go
around.
around. If, Design is not that easy. I keep kicking the table. Design's not that easy. So, if she's going to figure it out on her own, that's fine. She may want to hire someone else. That is fine. I'm busy enough.
Yeah, so you were mentioning the reason maybe that one individual is the opposite of not sharing could go back to, the way they grew up, or the way, they were treated at a certain thing that maybe they're holding back in sharing information because of certain things that happened to them.
Yeah, like obviously we're not psychologists or
No, no,
doctors, but
absolutely.
I'm just interested in this topic. I find it very curious why people don't share. I've recently discovered that I'm not as of abundant mindset when it comes to money. I
Okay.
have a lot of like very negative, like fearful positioning around money, especially as we are, at this age in our life. Like, have I hit the goals financially that I've wanted to? So I think the awareness for me stems from my childhood. Money was
Okay.
always a very big topic in our home, and not necessarily a positive topic in the home. And so I grew up with kind of this negative money association. And that's something I'm trying to not let fester in me and be more abundant in my money. Now, trust me, I spend a lot of money, and that's not what I'm saying is, but it's just having a more positive outlook on how you spend your money.
Yeah, being positive. I think that that's
And
being,
trust, like here it is, trusting that God will provide, or trusting that there will be enough money, like
yeah,
not worrying that there's not enough money, right?
yeah,
Like, I'm a talented individual, I know how to make money, my husband knows how to provide, together we're a dynamic team, like we will hit our goals by working hard and with the positive mindset, because
yeah,
what you attract is, I feel, what you pull in, right? Like
absolutely.
we're energy.
Yeah, and I feel like this conversation is in more daily routine now. Like I feel people are talking about it more, and so I think that it's really great that we're talking about it more to kind of get the word out of like, what are you thinking? How are you acting with other people? Are you being kind? Are you sharing? Are you holding back, and why? Right? Like,
Yeah, why? Like, why are we holding back? Like, why are
yeah.
we not sharing? um I'm just looking at my notes because I went to that conference
That's
with Kathy
right. That's
Heller,
right. Yes.
and it was amazing. And I literally took 13 pages of notes. So I'm just trying to see if there's like standout aha moments. But
You had a lot. You had a lot from that
I,
conference.
I know I need to like digest these notes, but it's fear, right? Like, our brain is based off fear. Our brain was designed to protect us. I think I've mentioned this already, but so the non-abundant mindset is operating from fear. So if we can figure out the fear and do away with it, we'll be in more abundance. We'll be more joyful. We'll be more positive. We'll be more assured.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you. I know I feel like I'm learning more and more about it every
I love
day,
it.
and I appreciate that. And we have to talk more about that conference that you went to and this amazing woman that, I
Oh my
mean, you were
God.
texting me and sending me tons of stuff, and I was just like, wow, 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 like so many great positive things that are going on in the world. And like we mentioned in the previous podcast, sometimes we get stuck and we feel negative. These are really great places to go on social media or on the internet to find some really positive ways to move forward in life, and be that person that communicates and that person that can share, I think.
I love that. And that's, for me, is again going back to the sharing, surrounding ourselves with people that we can trust, that lift us up, that will, life is hard, right? Like, raising
Yeah.
kids is hard, juggling, like, we both work full time, we have kids, in sports. And so just finding your tribe of people that are willing to share and help lighten the load is, and I want to be, I feel I am one of those people for many. I'm also seeking that in others.
I love that. That's a perfect way to
Transition
transition
to
to our
to
favorite places
restaurant
to go,
etiquette.
restaurants. um, Restaurant etiquette or dining out etiquette, I think has changed a lot. I mean, I was in the restaurant industry a very long time ago for a long time in my
We
life and I
both
loved
were.
it. Yeah, we both
It's
were.
kind of
And
funny. We both grew up, or like, I know
yeah,
your first job was Eastside Mario's and, serving in high school,
yeah, yeah.
and you
But also
continued that.
working with your dad, but it's it's different now. Like I go out and it's a whole other world. I mean, I love it. I love going to a restaurant and it has a great vibe and amazing service and of course great food, but it is about the company and the experience that you're having when you go there. And sometimes I'm looking around going, oh my, what is happening? Like I know when people go out with me, they're like, Tracy, focus, 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 because I'm like, that person needs help, that I need to go clear that table, I need to
Oh,
go to the up to the
you
host to
see what's
stand.
going wrong, like the
I see what's
behind the scenes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
jump in behind the
noticed.
bar and start friggin' making drinks. No, no, no.
I noticed
I'm
that too.
joking.
I'm like, their water glasses are empty, and
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
need more bread.
Yeah, yeah. Bread.
Okay, tell me.
Okay, so going back to restaurant or table kind of etiquette. Um, we were talking about this the other day about, when you're eating with a group of people, you have to kind of watch the pace that other people are going, like that are
Do you?
eating. I kind of do. I don't want to be like wolfing down my food and my friend or whoever family or whoever I'm out with is just like do eating slowly and enjoying every moment and I'm like
Are you a
or vice
fast
versa.
eater or a
No,
slow eater?
slow. I think I'm a
Like
normal.
naturally, you're just a slow. Because for me, I eat kind of fast, not fast, fast, but I want to eat it hot, like to the point, like actually at this very moment, the total roof of my mouth is completely like raw and like blistered because I want to eat my food hot. So I'm like,
Okay.
like,
Also, you
not
have a
under.
big family, so if you're doing like family style dinners, everyone's probably trying to get all the food, right? Like whoever can
I portion it
maybe
out. I portion it
portion
out.
it out. Perfect. I think that's like a nice etiquette thing. If you're, maybe you're just eating slow because you're enjoying the moment and you just want to like slow things down. Like it's just like an etiquette thing to have.
Okay,
It's
so
watch your surroundings. You know what I mean?
be aware of
Be
the
aware of
pace.
what's of the pace. Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
a huge etiquette. Another one is like what if bread's coming to the table, you see people like grabbing the bread and like, buttering it and like sticking the whole thing, like
So
biting it and
what are
stuff.
we supposed to do?
You're just supposed to like put your bread on your bread plate, put a little butter on your bread plate, and take bite-sized pieces, like bite-sized butter, eat
Okay,
bite-sized.
so me like buttering my entire bread and just like
Yes,
eating it, no
yeah,
bueno.
mm, mm, I
And
would
I
say
think of
yeah.
myself as like pretty well mannered, but I actually
You
didn't know.
you are. We're just talking about it. Like these are just things I enjoy or I think people should be doing.
I actually Googled it, and that is one of them. Break
Really?
bread with your hands, tearing off one piece at a time. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like, I know about the bread plate to my
Yeah.
left. I know
Yes,
that the
yes.
butter knife, I didn't
Yeah.
really, yeah, I know about, taking some butter and putting it on your plate. But, I have to admit, I take the butter and I usually just spread it then and there on the entire bread.
I
I
can't
will,
wait to see like or like you're just gonna think about it next time you're out at dinner. You're gonna think of me and be like, I'm not gonna take that bread. I'm gonna try taking a little piece.
absolutely. And I'm going to teach my kids because, we
It's
do
just
some.
man, yeah. I don't
It's
know
manners. You're telling me I don't have manners.
manners.
It's okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, you should see us. The Acardas are like savages when it comes to their
No, 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 no.
bread.
That's not what I'm saying. But it's also like reaching, right? Like, excuse my reach. Like, I feel like I'm constantly, when my family's eating, I'm like grabbing a water glass, grabbing a wine glass, moving a plate. Like, people are talking, hands are going. I'm going to be like diving to catch a wine
But
glass so it
how
doesn't
is that
spill.
related to etiquette?
Well, it's just excusing your reach, like go moving slowly, I guess. I don't know. I just excusing yourself, pardoning, please and thank yous. I just I feel like it's
I like it.
being
No, you're
lost. Like, I feel like etiquette is being lost. It's like, do what you want to do. People are, I mean, I'm guilty of this. You know this, Ron, of me. Like, I'm constantly taking, no one can touch anything. I've got to take 1,000 pictures of before
is that
anyone
bad
touches their
etiquette
food.
though?
Yes. It's
Do you
horrible.
do you wait until everybody has their food at the table?
Yes.
Yeah, so do I. Do you
100%.
put your napkin or your serviette? So some people I don't
On
think
my lap.
actually know. Pardon?
On my lap.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you call it a serviette?
Yes. No, a napkin. My napkin, my serviette.
But do you know
Either
what a
or.
serviette is?
A
Yes, right?
napkin? Yeah, a napkin.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure because I still sometimes say serviette, which I think is like very French Canadian.
Okay.
Have you
Oh
heard of that?
gosh. Well, yeah, but I don't know what I think I just say napkin. Napkin on your lap. Place your
Yeah.
napkin on your
So
lap.
here in California, I'll say, "Do you have any serviettes?" At the restaurant, and they look at me like I'm like
Oh
don't
gosh, now
speak.
I feel like I need to
No, I think it's a
look that
French
up.
Canadian word,
Okay.
serviette.
Well, if I don't really
So,
speak a lot of French, I'm gonna ask Liam when he comes home today from school.
oh yeah, right? He's at his bilingual school or
Yeah.
immersion.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just like, like a mannerism or something that I grew up saying and I've never thought about it until I moved
That's so
here.
funny. That's so funny.
See,
Yeah, taking
actually,
pictures. Yeah, yeah. Napkin on the table. I mean, I think like very old school elbows on the table is something different. Hands always visible. Is that an Italian thing? Like you're not supposed to put your hands underneath the table while you're eating. You have to always keep them.
yeah, and my husband once poured wine and my uncle got really mad at him. It was something like you're supposed to go this way,
Okay.
not this way.
Well,
Because,
showing the
like, in the
label.
old days, like, you could have poison in your sleeve.
Oh, I like
So,
it.
so you're supposed to, like, expose and pour the wine. I'm not a I can't say
Oh,
that word. Sommelier?
sommelier. Sommelier.
Can't
I
say
love
it.
all your French words today. I love it. I just say, be kind. Again, it's all about being kind. Watch what you're doing, watch your company, read the room. I'm a huge people watcher. I'm always going out looking at what everybody else is doing, but I enjoy it. I love going to
Oh,
restaurants, and there's some great ones in, where you are. There's some beautiful restaurants in Ottawa.
could you make reservations?
Reservations, yes, you have to now.
And what if you're running late?
I would call. I wouldn't be late. I'm always early.
Me too. No,
I can't stand it.
I can't stand being late. No,
I can't stand it.
absolutely.
Yeah, but
But if you hit a
also,
snowstorm,
uh,
sorry, that was a dig.
also like watching your modifications. Like I know that people have allergies and people need specific things in their food. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But these beautiful chefs at these restaurants have curated beautiful meals for you, and,
I guess it
try
depends
to,
where you're going. But yeah,
well, exactly.
we're talking more fine dining.
Yeah. It's being respectful to the servers and to management and to bartenders. And, you know, everyone works really hard and you have to be kind.
I
Today's
love
World
it.
Kindness
You
Day.
just,
Today's World Kindness Day. Did you know that?
no,
Mm.
really?
Yep.
Okay.
Being
I'll
kind.
have to deliberately do something super kind. I think I've
Okay,
already
well,
done.
this is my rhyme. It's World Kindness Day. Let's do our fabulous finds.
Ooh, okay. What is your find? Do
Oh
you
no, yeah,
have
you
it?
go first. I
Okay,
do have
me
it.
go first. So I said I'm going to prepare these oh my goodness, curated lists
Okay.
for teenagers, for staying home, just my favorite things in a number of different. But I'm going to share this, and it's really hard to see, but this is
Ooh.
my favorite perfume. It's
Okay.
called Riddle, and
Riddle.
Riddle,
Okay.
and it's not spelled, it's spelled R exclamation DDLE. This is really of an abundance mindset because I really don't like, I get so many compliments on this. So
Okay,
me
girl.
sharing it, what?
When you said exclamation point, do you remember that friggin' perfume back in like, I don't know if it was the 80s and it was an exclamation point? Do you remember
Smells
that
so
white?
bad.
You had it.
I had it. My
You had it.
sister,
Of
did you have it?
course I had it.
Exclamation. Yeah, my sister would like steal it on me, like hide it. It was like for like 7.99 at like the drugstore. And I loved that perfume. I thought it smelled so good. It smelled like horrible.
Ugh. Okay, so why do you love this perfume? What's amazing? It's a
So
hidden little treasure.
yeah, I don't even know why I love it. I love it because I had so many compliments on it. I'll just have to link it. It's an oil.
Okay.
They have several scents. I love them all.
Okay.
And you can mix and match them, but it's an oil, and I feel like, and it's a pheromone, so it's people are really attracted to this smell.
Okay, I've heard about this. So perfume, I don't wear perfume. Like I wear a lot of creams,
Mm,
different creams, just again in people's homes all the time. I don't want to be like overwhelming with perfume
it's
and stuff. I like
fair.
a
It's
nice
so
light
fair.
scent. Even back when I was working in restaurants and
Because
specialty
it can
food stores and stuff,
overpower.
it overpowers. But I do enjoy a nice cologne or a beautiful perfume where I'm like, that's just like nice and subtle or really, a simple. So do you put on your wrist and behind your like where are you putting your is that an old question? Is that
No,
an
I
old
don't know.
fashioned
I
question?
So I stopped putting it on my wrist because of the amount of bracelets I always wear, and I worry about the jewelry. So I
Oh,
put it in my like
oh,
elbow creases.
interesting.
Just because I don't want it to like tarnish. This is an oil, perfume, a jewelry. So yeah, I put it in my elbow creases and behind my ears.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I got some Gucci perfume for my birthday. And again, I'm just like, oh, this is too much. Like it's not me, like but for a special occasion I'll put a little dab on.
Sometimes I
But I can
take,
smell it all day and I'm like, ah,
oh, see, yeah, yeah. Perfume is so personal. I think that's a really
it
hard
is.
thing to buy someone.
Yeah.
But I
It
do
was like the
have,
Sephora birthday gift, like extra, like it's your birthday month, you get a free gift.
oh yeah. What about that? Sorry, I only heard like the tail end of that.
Like at Sephora, when it's your birthday month, you get a complimentary gift.
Oh,
So one
yes.
of the complimentary gifts was a Gucci perfume, and the lady at the cash beside me was like, "This is my favorite. You have to get the Gucci
Oh, that's how you
perfume."
got it.
That's how I got it from
I thought
Sephora.
somebody bought you.
Who's gonna buy
Good,
me Gucci perfume?
really nice friend. That's what I was like saying. It's very personal to have a perfume
Oh
bought
yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
speaking of lovely gifts, I will tell you right now, this is going to be your favorite hostess gift, your stocking stuffer to all of your chefs out there, friends, and all the mixologist friends that you have, bartender friends, because these Luxardo cherries are divine.
So what do you, I know what I would do with it. That is screaming old fashioned all over,
Old
you know.
fashioned Manhattans, put a little bit in your glass of bourbon that is like, I mean, it's a premium Italian. I'm going to butcher this word,
Oh, it
but
is
it's the,
Italian?
yeah, the marasca cherries, and they're preserved in this like rich, super dark syrup. It's not like that original, those neon,
Oh God.
bright maraschino cherries. Like it is
Yeah.
nothing like this. It has like a sweet tart flavor. It really adds depth to a cocktail. Like what you're mentioning, the old fashions, the Manhattans. But this family, the Luxardo family, has been like producing these
Oh yeah.
cherries since like the early 20th century. Like this family does it right. But
Now
again,
I'm
great
looking at
gift.
that.
Yeah,
So
it's
what else do
amazing.
you do with a Luxardo cherry?
So for Halloween this year, I made some like creepy cheese boards and some cool stuff. Remember that whole butter board craze that everyone was doing the butter on the board and adding stuff? Do you remember that last year? I
No.
did. I did a cheat like a goat cheese spread on this board, and then I added the cherries and then drizzled a little bit of the syrup on it, and it's like honestly the most elevated treat to
I
add.
love
Like
that
it's
word
just
too.
Luxardo cherries or
No, I like the word elevated.
elevated treat.
Yeah.
This is my ode to you can get this at La Bottega
Oh,
down in the Ottawa Byward Market.
okay, but if you're not in the Ottawa Byward Market,
Mhm.
where would you buy Luxardo cherries? Like Amazon is where I would end up getting it, and
I'm
I'll
sure
add it.
some specialty food stores are you're going to have some specialty food stores in your LA region
Yeah, or a
area.
cheesemonger
Yeah.
place,
Yeah. I'm
or
telling you, like
Amazon.
such a nice gift. Such a nice
I'm
gift.
totally checking Amazon for my.
No, specialty food stores.
Right. You should always shop local. Actually,
Yes.
that is without joke. Well, we've gone into these habits of, hey, I need toothpaste, the Amazon. At
Mhm.
least that's how it is here in my world. But whenever possible, I do love shopping small, shopping local, supporting the local businesses.
Of course.
Um, you know, my parents were entrepreneurs, my parents were immigrants. And these stores are becoming fewer and fewer and being taken over by like mega stores. So any opportunity to support a local grocery or
Yeah.
boutique, cheese store. I'm all about that.
Yes, yes. The specialty cheese stores.
Oh,
All of those specialty grocery stores.
yes, I love
I
it.
gotta
So,
represent you. You're like in my Italian friend, though. So I'm like going to the specialty Italian grocery stores, you know?
grazie, grazie, prego, prego.
I love it. I love it. Well, that is us for this week. We appreciate you joining our conversations. Make sure you're following. And again, like Marina said last week, if you have some great finds, we'd love to post them. We had some ladies last week making our bone broth and finding our
Oh,
milk
yes.
cosmetic products. So yay to those. I'm calling them the LOL girls. And yeah, we appreciate all the feedback and we look forward to you joining the conversation weekly.
Thank you, Tracy. Way to
Thank you,
sign us
Ron.
off. And I
Yay.
will link everything that we spoke about.
Awesome. Happy day.
All right. Haha. Bye.
I don't know why it's not happening. Bye, girl.
Bye.